Welcome, George. We're getting to slowly and surely. Everybody's joining us now. Chairman Blanco, let's give it a few more minutes. Couple more minutes. Thank you. Chairman Blanco, the floor is yours if you want to start. Give me a second. Let me see what's.
Okay, I got it now.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, it was the host wasn't allowed. It was blocked by the host. Okay, got it. Thank you. Good to see you all. Glad to see some healthy faces, some smiles. Good. All right. So it is September 9th, 4:05 p.m., and I'm officially calling the Economic Development Committee meeting to order. Okay, so let's do roll. Do we have our no? I don't see Secretary Coto here.
No,
She's not here, right?
no, sir, not yet.
Okay. Well, I do see our friend Mr. John Tingle, who has graciously offered in the past before. Mr. We all are muted. Can we thank you, Alex. That was a creative way of doing it. That works. Apparently, everybody's muted and can't unmute themselves.
Give me 1 second. Let me see what's going on here.
I was hoping to pass a motion without John being able to make John the secretary without him being.
Could we try now? Can you guys try?
Mute. That should work. Nope.
Allow this. Try now, Eddie. Unmute yourself again.
I'm good.
Unmuted.
All right, that worked.
There we go.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Tingle, would you help us with the minutes taking at this meeting? Oh, we can't hear you. You have to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, we'll start the roll call.
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
George Alvarez,
Present.
Eddie Blanco,
Present.
Steve Brimo, no. Alex Castro.
Here.
Elizabeth Coto, Jose Llano. No. Jessica Medina,
Present.
Romy,
Right here.
Andrea,
Present.
Neil,
Present.
Vince, Vicente. Hello.
We just lost him.
He was here. Yeah.
He was there.
here. I think he's coming back.
Okay, Magali. No. John.
There's Vicente. Vicente's back.
Okay, Vicente, I got you. Magali? No. John, yes. Rudy? Rudy Blanco?
I see him there.
I see his
I
name.
don't hear him.
Well, I'll put him down. I did see his name. I don't know. I guess maybe he left.
He's not here now. He just logged off. So let's wait for him to come back before you mark him present.
Okay, so Rudy question mark. All right. So we're missing Steve, Liz, Magali, and Jose.
I think that's correct.
All right.
Okay. All right. So now, thank you very much.
Gotcha.
We're moving on. We're moving on to the next agenda item: orders of business, deferrals, additions, deletions. Does anybody have any recommendations for that request for the agenda? Seeing none, moving on. I just want to add that I have a hard stop at 5 p.m. I have another commitment so if we're not done by 5, I will turn it over to our vice chair. Okay, so moving on to the approval of minutes. The regular meeting minutes, July 29th, 2020. Did everybody receive a copy of those? Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and we have the special call meeting minutes as well. and we would need to approve both of those. So first, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for July 29, 2020.
I'll second.
There's a second. Castro seconds it. Any discussion? No discussion. Seeing none, we'll move to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the regular meeting minutes approved. Now special call meeting minutes. Motion?
So move.
Motion by Robinson to approve the special call meeting minutes. Have a second? Second by Romy. And any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any opposed? Okay, seeing none, the motion passes. Special call meeting minutes approved. I make a note that I saw, oh, that's Elizabeth. No, Vicente's here. Oh, no, wait. Oh, there he is, Mr. Brimo. You moved around. Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Brimo.
sorry, guys.
Got it.
Sorry.
Mr. Brimo has joined us. And Vicente Rodriguez, we had already gotten him, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Vince is already in.
Wonderful. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to move to old business to discuss the Bank United. It's not old business anymore. It's still new and old business, but the Bank United Educational Series. Mr. Brimo, I mean, I know that we've done I've seen the work that's being done by the town staff and Bank United and putting it all together. It's really coming together nice, and I've attended a couple of them and really good information. Mr. Brimo, you want to take it from here and kind of give some of the feedback that Bank United shared?
You know, we are pleased with the product that we've seen. We're very pleased with the professionalism of the team, Willie and Brandon and Elizabeth. We're also very happy to be able to support this. I think it's needed, and I think the different subjects were on point. We had subject matter experts there. All the topics were relevant. I've gotten good feedback from the business community myself at our branch. And I think other people within the bank have gotten some good feedback. So no, we're pleased with it. We're hoping to continue our support going forward. We have the last one, I believe, on the 23rd, Willie, coming up. And
That's correct.
Business clients that we've selected, about 4 or 5 of them. We're going to have a roundtable discussion on survival strategies in the current economic environment. And we think that one should be really, really good. These are small business owners from Miami Lakes who are current clients. And there's a diverse group of people. So we're hoping that we get some good, I guess, people tuning in and listening to that. But no, Eddie, to your point, it's been a good experience. And we thank everybody for their support and the team that's backing this up. It's been good.
That's great. And any additional comments from the staff regarding the events and the activities and feedback that we've gotten?
I just want to concur what Steve has mentioned. It's been a great team effort. We've gained massive great reviews on our social media platform. Steve, I believe we had, I spoke to Brandon and I think he's on right now, but over 41 views as of this morning of the webinar this morning. So once you pass 100 mark, I think it's a very successful webinar. We're close to 400. So let's keep it going.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, if I may,
Sure.
I've sat in on every single one, and they've all been excellent. And I want to thank again Bank United for their support in this because, it allows us to, it allows the EDC to look good too, right? We have great ideas, but sometimes it's hard to get things in motion. And so Bank United has been an amazing partner. I thought today's was amazing from the HR human resources piece. I think both Chris and Ramiro gave great insight. And I I think the way we're doing it virtually too, even though I think we all like to be in person and to be able to speak with each other. But I think with the views and what we're seeing too is the shelf life, right, of these webinars, and it really is able to gain traction. And we're able to spread that word even more and make more of an impact in the community. So I think that's one of the really nice things right now. And I just wanted to say thank you again to Bank United for being a partner in this.
That's great.
And Willie, can I make a comment real quick, Mr. Chairperson Blanco?
Of course, Brandon, please.
So one thing Willie and I have been talking about is kind of this push in digital, right? Whether it be the marketing or the new trend moving forward with events, right? So I was talking to Willie, and just to give you guys an example, last week's event that we had with the Elderly Affairs Committee, which is the Senior Legal Forum, we were talking about what if this event was in person? And how many views possibly could that event might have had? Let's say 50 people showed up. That's would have been the bandwidth of that event, would have been 50 people. Rather, we're doing this digitally now, where it's staying on Facebook or it's staying on the YouTube channel.
Back up.
And instead of just getting 50 views, we're getting 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views on the same content that would have had exposure to only 50 people if it would have been a traditional event. So we're seeing the return on these events, unlike we've ever seen before. The amount of views and the amount of exposure that we're getting to, number one, the content of these webinars, and to not only to the content of the webinars, but to our partners, is something that we can't match in an in-person event. I think Willie and I have seen that in terms of sponsorship value. We've definitely seen the drive of return on investment when it comes to these virtual events. I think Willie can attest to that because Willie's just stronger on sponsorship than I am. But when it comes to marketing, I see the value in these digital events. So definitely, I think the committee did a great job with choosing this type of platform. Instead of just hosting one single in-person event, to turn it into this series of webinars, took it to a whole nother level, and we're getting recognition countywide. I had people, Mr. Brimo, I had people from your team at Bank United sending messages through my LinkedIn mentioning to me about these webinar series, sir. So we're definitely getting some traction when it comes to these webinars.
Great stuff. Really good. And the cost savings is exceptional,
That's
right?
That's really good to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're able to do that, bring a lot of value to our business owners without hurting the pockets of our taxpayers. So it's a perfect balance, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's great stuff. Any other comments regarding Business Bank United Educational Series? Okay.
Eddie?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Tingle.
I just want to echo Andrea. I was really enthralled with the meeting this morning. Chris, of course, and Ramiro were excellent. They prepared their presentation, and they really got into the nitty-gritty of what's happening in a company, especially a bank or any other service industry. So I want to give my hearty congratulations to both those people, and of course to Steve for putting it on. Ramiro's comments really were super interesting about the in-depth problems these people have at home and at work, whether they stay at work, whether they go home, what are the problems they have at home. And that's really interesting. So congratulations again to Bank United and to all those people that were involved.
Yeah, agreed. I would even say that for people who are non-business owners who aren't directly affected, it's helpful to watch because you can get a perspective about what some of the business challenges are. You know, it helps to really understand that, you know, it's not as simple as some people might think, you know, with some of the solutions people come up with that are very simple sounding. It's good. It brings a lot of compassion to what small businesses are going through and what employees are going through and, you know, all this stuff. So really good stuff. I do see a thumbs up by Magali Rubio, and to the note, she's on the call, and so let's let the record reflect that. Magali, are you in? Do you want to say something?
Yes, I am. I just want to echo once more everybody else feeling. The seminars have been fantastic. This morning was outstanding, and they all have been. But I want to thank you, Steve, for spearheading this project. This is great.
Thank you, Magali. Appreciate it.
Great,
Thank you.
Great work. Great work. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Moving on to the Miami-Dade Restaurant Grant Move to appoint a committee member. Okay, so I copied and pasted that, obviously, but this is where we had moved to appoint Alex Castro to look into the Miami-Dade grant, and I would like you to share. I will say that kind of not officially as through the EDC, but I went ahead and reached out to Bovo and asked him to do a Facebook Live with me, and he did, and then we put out the links and shared some of the information. But I would love to see what else we can do as the EDC officially through the town. So I'd love to hear what you learned, Alex.
So I'm happy to report that this is a relatively simple application process and simple program, which will be great for restaurant owners to actually work through. A quick and dirty on the program is that through the CARES Act, the county received federal money, and the county commission approved $35 million to go to hospitality and restaurants. From that 35 million, the county appointed or apportioned 5 million of it to a SOBI FIU partnership, and then reserved 30 million just generally for Miami-Dade County's own distribution program. Eligibility requirements are relatively simple. You just have to be an independently owned restaurant or caterer. And there are funds available for up to 2 establishments. The notable exclusions are if you can't be a home-based business, you can't be a franchise, can't be a hotel, restaurant, those sorts of things. So this is really targeted at just the local on the corner mom and pop type shop places. It requires pretty minimal documentation, I think. Stuff that you probably have on hand, so tax returns, bank statements, BTRs, stuff like that. And the only place where I think it gets maybe a little bit difficult is when you have to start itemizing the expenses that you're trying to get reimbursed for through the program. And the program is very generous on what it reimburses for. I think it covers PPE 100%. It covers about 80% of your rent and mortgage, and then it'll cover up to 50% of other things, so like your utilities and licenses and stuff like that you need to operate. The application is fully online, and I think it's pretty easy for people to understand. So what I was thinking is, okay, what can we do as the EDC to do this? And because of its simplicity, I'm not sure if we need some sort of huge marketing campaign to get this out there, especially because I believe a lot of restaurants, at least a lot of restaurants that I've heard from anecdotally, me just picking up, something to eat, they're relatively aware of this already. And so I think it'd be helpful to just kind of push them and remind them a little bit, but I don't think we need to overload them. And so I think either, a flyer